everyone. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month. I am so glad to see such a full house this evening. My name is Lakeisha Wade. I am the Manager of Equity and Inclusion. Welcome once again. At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium Mayor Michael O'Connor.
Good evening. Thank you, Lakeisha. Bienvenidos. Mi nombre es Mayor Michael O'Connor. Today we are here to recognize and celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month and the contributions of Hispanic and Latino individuals to our county and our community. I want to acknowledge the presence of Alderman Kelly Russell, who is with us this evening, as well as County Council Member MC Keegan Eyre. And Alderman Shackelford, who slipped in without me noticing, which is really difficult because he's very tall. The observance of National Hispanic Heritage Month began as Hispanic Heritage Week in 1968 under President Lyndon Baines Johnson and was expanded to Hispanic Heritage Month in 1988 by President Ronald Reagan. While Hispanic Heritage Month is celebrated from September 15th through October 15th, it is important to remember why we should always honor the heritage, history, traditions, and cultural diversity of Hispanic Americans and their profound impact on our nation, and more specifically, on our city. Today, millions of Hispanics live in the United States and call this place home. It makes Hispanics the nation's largest ethnic minority, with more than 17,000 Hispanics living in Frederick. Their impact on our labor force and economy has touched every corner of our society. In the agricultural sector, Hispanic workers are the backbone of our food supply chain. They labor tirelessly in fields and orchards, ensuring the fresh produce reaches our tables. Their dedication and hard work are the foundation of an industry that feeds millions of Americans every day. In construction, Hispanic Americans play a pivotal role in building our cities and infrastructure. From homes to highways, their skills and craftsmanship are evident in the structures that define our communities. Their contributions are not just in bricks and mortar, but in the growth and development of our city landscapes. The service sector also thrives thanks to the efforts of Hispanic workers, whether in hospitality, retail, healthcare. They are the faces that greet us, the hands that serve us, and the hearts that care for us. Their presence ensures that our daily lives run smoothly and that we receive the services we need with professionalism and warmth. Additionally, the Hispanic community's economic influence is a testament to their integral role in our society. In times of economic uncertainty, Hispanic workers have shown remarkable resilience and adaptability. Moreover, the Hispanic Americans are also driving economic growth through entrepreneurship. According to the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Hispanic-owned businesses contribute over $800 billion to the American economy annually. They are starting businesses at a remarkable rate, creating jobs and stimulating local economies. Their entrepreneurial spirit epitomizes the American dream, showcasing innovation, resilience, and determination. This month, our team had the pleasure of highlighting several Hispanic-owned businesses within the City of Frederick. And with that, I would like to turn your attention to the video screen for this video, followed by remarks from Richard Griffin, the director of the city's Department of Economic Development.
Hola a todos. Good evening, everyone.
Bienvenidos. We're thrilled to have you here as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month.
That's right. This month is a special time to honor the rich history, vibrant culture, and significant contributions of the Hispanic and Latinx communities. We are honored to be here with you today as we take time to highlight businesses that reflect the amazing impact of our community's influence. My name is Sarah Brunel. I'm from Colombia, and I'm a case manager for the City of Frederick Housing and Human Services Department.
And I am Sylvia Yacubian from Peru, and a fellow case manager working alongside Sarah in the same community action agency. Hispanic Heritage Month, which runs from September 15th to October 15th, is a time for us to reflect on the incredible impact that Hispanic and Latinx individuals have made throughout history and continue to make today. From the early explorations of Hispanic culture to the influential roles we hold today, our community has contributed immensely to the positive values and economic fabric of this country. The Hispanic and Latinx persona is far from being a monolith. We represent a full and diverse range of beautiful people from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, and North, Central, and South America. And through our journeys between these places, our vast cultural and business impact has become global.
And what a journey it has been. Let's talk more about that impact. For instance, did you know that Hispanic-owned businesses are among the fastest growing segments of the U.S. economy? According to the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, there are over 5 million Hispanic-owned businesses in the United States, and they generate over $800 billion in revenue each year. Although faced with consistent barriers, some as current as the recent COVID pandemic, in which Latino-owned businesses faced a 32% decrease in ownership, our business footprint is not only showing signs of surviving, but is currently thriving beyond significant setbacks. These businesses span a wide range of industries, from small family-owned restaurants to large business corporations. They not only drive the economic growth, but also create jobs and strengthen full and inclusive, outreaching communities. Let's hear from some local Frederick Hispanic-owned businesses.
My name is Marianne Horniak. I'm originally from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I'm the owner of The Kitchenette. We are a kitchen shop in downtown Frederick. We sell cookware, bakeware, gadgets, and anything to help make your cooking easier and more fun. As a business person here in Frederick, it's very enjoyable. We have a very big sense of supporting the local merchants and local businesses. When Hispanic customers come in, they're very happy to know that I'm here. I speak to them in Spanish and they feel more comfortable. And after that, then they like, oh, I'm gonna give your name to my neighbor, or I'm gonna tell my friends about you. Being a lover of downtown and wanting to be part of the Frederick business scene, I just wanted to be my own boss and open my own business and start a new adventure. And I figured that the need for a kitchen shop with my interest in cooking was just the right fit. Just the fact that, I'm being recognized as a woman who has a disability and is Hispanic, a minority in many ways, has been a proud moment for me.
Hi, my name is Doris Vanegas. I'm originally from Honduras. My business is Vanegas Insurance, LLC. We offer auto, homeowners, renters insurance, commercial, and we are here to help you for any need that you might have. Being bilingual, I've been able to help the community and connect them to the places they need to go. That's a way that how we can grow, because they refer you. I love Frederick, and I would say my experience has been amazing here, and we can always continue to grow. Having a great team in any business and teach them what you believe, they will believe too, and that will make your business to continue to grow and teach the community that we can work together as a local businesses. And plus, if they need support or inspiring from a Latino-owned business, that we are here to support the community.
My name is Sandra Hofmeister. I'm originally from Lima, Peru. I live in Frederick since 2010, and I am the owner of A&S Construction, which is a local awarded women-owned and minority business enterprise. We do all exteriors, roofing, siding, gutters, windows, patios, and decks. As a small business owner, as a Hispanic business owner, Frederick is evolving and changing. This is becoming a melting pot, so we have all flavors and colors together. A lot of Hispanic business owners do not speak in English or speak very little. And that is a problem if you want to communicate with customers who don't speak your language. For me, one of the biggest challenges that also could be an opportunity too is that I am a woman working in a male-dominated industry, which is the construction industry. It could be a deterrent, it could be a challenge, but you just need to navigate your own ways. I just want to point the importance of the Hispanic workforce. We represent 31.2% of the construction workforce in the whole country, and I'm very proud of being part of that.
My name is Alex Canizales. I am originally from El Salvador. I immigrated to the United States when I was 14 years old, and currently we have two businesses. One is Greener Volts, which is a commercial and industrial LED lighting company, and Shared Spaces, which is a technology platform that allows commercial and industrial space utilization and monetization. We sell LED lamps to the City of Frederick primarily for street lighting. So they take their some of their older street lights and retrofit them with our Greener Volts LED lamps. So I've always kind of been an entrepreneurial type of person. It was just a matter of finding the right opportunity to start a business. Just go with your passion, you know. A lot of the times that's the first thing that people do. And the second piece of advice, which is probably more important than that, is keep an eye on the numbers, the financial stuff, right? That's really critical. One of the things that is really great about owning your business is the thrill that you get from, you know, capturing new business, hiring new employees, seeing your company succeed and grow. We really love being in Frederick, and we would recommend the Frederick community to anybody that's trying to start or grow a business.
My name is Junia Almeida. I immigrated from Brazil. Our business is Verbena Salon Spa, and we've been in business for 14 years. We are full salon and spa. We are always creating new services and products to offer our clients. Back in 2010, we are just like hard work people trying to, you know, create a better life for our family. I found out about like a space that was available for rent. That place was perfect for me. And then I got inspired. So I decided to take the opportunity to open my own business. Having a goal and a vision is very important for your success. Throughout the years, we had the privilege to work with amazing guests that we had the privilege to serve.
My name is Raul Valdivia. I am from Mexico. My family is from the state of Jalisco in Mexico, and I was born in Mexico City. So taco bar is an inspiration of Mexico. Our food, it's made with love. We really focus on not just selling food, but really selling our culture. I have found myself in situations where there's communication barriers, or just not knowing where to go, how to start a business. Even though there are roadblocks, you know, at the end of the day, you end up with this, you know, your vision, what you've been working for. No es fácil, it's not easy, but don't give up. The proudest moment has been the satisfaction on my customers' faces when they try the food. Seeing the happiness in their face and saying, hey, look, I am really transparent in that, you know. Stay happy, stay positive, clear your mind, exercise, and show customers that.
What a great representation of our fantastic local business community. Here in the City of Frederick, the value of including our Hispanic and Latinx culture is very evident. From our welcomed increase of Hispanic residents and culturally expanding marketplace to the infusion of culturally significant elements that enrich our lives every day, this community is leading the way to what it means to fully embrace our Hispanic community.
Absolutely. Now you might be wondering how you can take part in celebrating and acknowledge Hispanic Heritage Month for yourselves. Here are a few ideas. Support Hispanic-owned businesses. Take the time to learn about Hispanic history, contributions, and cultural practices. Participate in cultural events. Attend festivals, performances, and exhibitions that celebrate Hispanic culture. Volunteer and engage. Join community organizations that support Hispanic causes and initiatives. volunteering your time or resources can make a meaningful difference.
These actions not only honor Hispanic Heritage Month, but also help build a more inclusive and understanding community. Every step towards recognizing and celebrating each other's contributions makes our society richer and more vibrant.
It is our hope that you live here inspired to continue learning about and supporting the Hispanic and Latinx cultures. We are all part of this beautiful tapestry, and every thread adds to its strength and beauty.
Thank you for being here. Let's continue to celebrate, support, and uplift each other beyond just this month. Muchísimas gracias y que disfruten el mes de la herencia hispana.
How about that inspiring video? Another round of applause. It's always incredible when you get those inspiring testimonials about Hispanic-owned businesses in the community that are on the move and leading the way for our entire city. So we're grateful. Buenas noches. Me llamo Ricardo Griffin y soy el director de Desarrollo Económico de la ciudad de Frederick. Y muchos de ustedes saben que el mes de la herencia España es especial para mí porque mi esposa vive en México varios años y habla español fluentemente y enseña español en escuelas públicas del condado de Frederick. Tengo 3 hijos que han pasado tiempo en Puebla, México, y todos hablan español. Pueden escuchar por mi español que no hablo bien. Pero amo el idioma y la cultura y espero mejorar con tiempo. Good evening. I am Richard Griffin. I'm Director of Economic Development for the City of Frederick, and I think you can see I'm a little more comfortable in English. But I am so pleased that we're here for Hispanic Heritage Month. It is special to me because my wife grew up in Mexico and is a fluent Spanish speaker, teaches Spanish in the Frederick County Public Schools. I have 3 boys. Each of the 3 boys has spent time in Puebla, Mexico, and are all Spanish speakers. You hear from my Spanish that I am not as good a speaker, but I love the language and I love the culture, and I hope that I'm going to improve with time. El corazón de mi familia está en Mexico. The heart of my family is in Mexico. Frederick is a melting pot of diverse cultures, music, foods. And yes, I do love to dance salsa, merengue, eat mole poblano, and pupusas, although my wife may say that I have no Latin rhythm when it comes to dancing. As I've mentioned at other briefings, diversity is the spice of life. And in the case of our Hispanic community and our Hispanic restaurants, it is literally the spice. From earthy cumin to smoky chipotle, cooling cilantro to fiery chiles, diversity makes our city, our neighborhoods, our schools, and our workplaces much more enjoyable and productive. We get better outcomes when we embrace diverse cultures and voices. As Frederick has attracted more Hispanic and Latino individuals, we've also attracted more Hispanic and Latino businesses. Many of the dozens of Hispanic businesses initially emerged to service the traditional food and retail needs of the Hispanic community. But over time, they've increased to nearly every industry sector of our community. A few of those businesses include Escape This, Que Chivo, A&S Construction, Sabor de Cuba, Greener Volts Shared Spaces, Escobar Insurance Agency, Sabor Casero Bakery, CDJ Genie, Cafe Bueno, East Patrick Barbershop, The Kitchenette, Los Trios, El Eden Restaurant, River Bar and Grill, Habaneros, Taco Bar, Benegas Allstate Insurance, Skincare Pro Group, My Gutter Doctor, Cacique Restaurant, Isnol Softworks, Mi Puebla International Market, TNT Financial, Rosa Le Salon, Sardis, Megamart, Santa Rosa Restaurant, Verbena Day Spa, and Plaza Mexico, among many, many others, y mucho más. Just this week, my friend and Frederick resident Karina Ortiz Garcia and her food truck, Chilangadas La Nena, celebrated its 3rd anniversary in Frederick with a huge crowd. Was anybody there to celebrate with her? I see a few hands back there. Over the past decade, Mayor O'Connor and I have been able to visit many of these businesses, and in many cases, the DED team, our economic development team of Mary Ford Nail, Becky Kaler, and Donna Goff, have helped many of these businesses navigate the process of opening their business in Frederick. Truly, one of my favorite parts of being in Frederick and in economic development is getting to see and hear from business people about their dreams and their passions, about their services and their products. Each month, my team and I meet with dozens of business owners, including many Hispanic businesses, as we share information on locating, financing, marketing, hiring, building, permitting, producing, and so much more. As I look out across this crowd today, I see the faces of so many of you business owners and operators and your employees. And it's been my great fortune to work with many of you and get to see your operations. I want to share a little bit of data. According to a September 22 report on the economic status of Hispanic Americans by the Joint Economic Committee of the U.S. Senate, Hispanic workers continue to serve as an engine of economic growth. The total economic output of Hispanic Americans is estimated to be well over $2 trillion in the American economy, and Hispanic Americans accounted for over half of all of the population growth in the United States over the last decade. And I think you can see that here in Frederick, right? Hispanic workers are strongly engaged in the U.S. labor market. 2 out of 3, 66%, were either working or actively looking for work. And this participation rate is more than 5 percentage points higher than any other sector of our economy. Nearly 5 million Hispanic-owned businesses nationally contribute over $800 billion to the U.S. economy annually, and Hispanic employer-owned businesses employ over 3 million workers. The overwhelming majority of Hispanic-owned businesses, and many of the ones that I'm familiar with here in Frederick, employ certainly at least one employee, and in many cases, 5 or more employees. And the number of Hispanic-owned businesses nationally has increased by over 14% over the last decade, twice as fast as any other sector in the economy. And I think you can see that right here in Frederick. Over the last 5 years, we've had about 50 new businesses a year open, and many of those are Hispanic-owned businesses. One of the challenges is the most common source of capital for Hispanic-owned businesses that are opening, startup, is personal savings. The report estimated that 70% of Hispanic entrepreneurs in the United States use personal savings to start their businesses, despite the fact that their revenue growth and their comparable credit performance is better than their peer groups. There's still more work to be done to improve access to capital for this group, and the city's Access Granted program will result in some capital grants going to Hispanic businesses which applied to the program. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Frederick, because I'm a big cheerleader for this community, obviously. Money Magazine, Livability.com, Stacker, Matador, and even Outside Magazine have researched the quality of life, the cost of living, the openness of the community to diversity, the availability of transportation options, diversity of housing, including workforce housing, parks, nightlife, and so much more, and they've all found Frederick to be one of the top communities in the country to live. Recently, Outside Magazine named us one of the happiest cities in America. I think that deserves a round of applause. As we seek to increase the diversity of business ownership in Frederick, this means working closely with Centro Hispano de Frederick and the Spanish-speaking community of Maryland to offer one-on-one support, referrals to real estate, legal, financial professionals, to the city's GROW grants, facade grants, and partnering up with other programs like the county's Empower program to support underrepresented business owners. Para terminar, no podría estar más contento de estar aquí celebrando el mes de la herencia España con ustedes. La riqueza de la cultura junto con contribuciones de los dueños de negocios y empleados hispanohablantes aquí en la ciudad de Frederick es sobresaliente. In closing, I could not be more pleased than to be here with you celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. The richness of the culture, along with the contributions of the Spanish-speaking business owners and employees here in the city of Frederick, is outstanding. And as I've stated before, there's not a better place in America to live and operate a business, and the nation knows it. Thank you for your kind consideration of my thoughts and remarks this evening. Please go support our incredible Spanish-speaking community. And with that, I'd like to invite the mayor, Michael O'Connor, back up to the podium to announce some additional initiatives happening within the city of Frederick. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Richard. I'm proud to live in a city that embraces the various cultures and diversity. And while we have come a long way, we know that there is still work to do. However, our progress wouldn't be possible without the work of Frederick's nonprofit organizations and community groups that work day in and day out to support and advocate for Hispanic residents in Frederick. They represent the best of what Frederick is and why we are a community that will always be a place for everyone to live, to work, and to thrive. One of the hubs of Hispanic life in Frederick is Centro Hispano. Under the leadership of Suzanne Salix, for more than 15 years, Centro Hispano has been offering essential services and resources to the immigrant community, ranging from English and citizenship classes to sponsoring summer school and senior events. Their mission is to inform, refer, and educate residents with limited English proficiency in Frederick County, fostering full community participation and the successful pursuit of opportunities. I am honored to share that the city has earmarked $20,000 for Centro Hispano de Frederick through our community promotion grant for fiscal year 25. This funding supports one of the organization's signature summer programs. You may have seen me in the video in some of this, and that is the Éxito Summer Academy. This summer program creates a space for 120 low-income and ALICE youth to enrich their minds in the science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics space. Through this grant, Centro Hispano is able to provide the necessary supplies and a safe space for youth enrichment. Another example of our successful partnership with Centro Hispano can be found here in City Hall in our lobby this evening with our Hispanic Heritage Month art exhibit. Organized in collaboration with Centro Hispano de Frederick, the exhibition features artwork by students ages 8 to 17 who participated in this year's Éxito program. This past summer, a collaboration with the Delaplane Arts Center introduced students to the captivating world of photography. And under the guidance of a skilled instructor, students sharpened their photography skills to capture the essence of the Frederick community. This exhibit strengthens the connection between our government spaces and our youngest residents by showcasing the Frederick they see and experience, opening the eyes of everyone who works in or visits City Hall to new perspectives and a deeper understanding about what makes Frederick special. If any of those young people are in the room today, could you please stand and be recognized? Don't be shy. You deserve every honor and accolade that comes your way. Never be shy about accepting it when it is given with grace. To speak more about this outstanding organization, I want to take a moment to welcome Centro Hispano de Frederick's very own Executive Director, Suzanne Salix, to share more about the great work for the Hispanic community in Frederick.
Thank you very much. Before I get started, I would like to, the students stood, but I would like Damaris Jackson, who is our Éxito director, and who actually developed the program, and she's here as well. So I'd like to give her a round of applause as well. Thank you. Good evening, buenas noches. Now, I'm not going to do what Mr. Griffin did, but I'm going to give you an A+ for your presentation, your bilingual presentation. It's a wonderful evening to be here with all of you. Thank you for the opportunity to be here this evening to discuss Hispanic Heritage Month in particular. And I must say, I've only been in my role less than 3 months. The real director of the program was Maria Shook, who started this organization, and I'm going to mention her a little bit later on. For almost 20 years, Centro Hispano de Frederick has offered support services to our community's immigrants. These services include English, citizenship classes, senior groups, women's empowerment classes, health fairs, employment fairs, and K-12 academic programs like Éxito. Our classes are free and they are open to all. We also offer a variety of information and referral and case management services 6 days a week at our center. And I just have to shout out to Andrea. She's in the back, and she is the glue that keeps our organization together. I need to say thank you. Thank you. And while I'm calling out people and going off script, and I apologize to the folks at the city, I want to introduce Aaron as well. He is a board member from our organization, and he's awesome as well. So thank you for being here this evening. So we are an organization that's open 6 days a week, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's a long day, and we pack a lot of good services, programming, and classes in every day. Because of economics, culture, and life experiences, our neighbors from other countries often find it difficult to become fully participating members of our community. This could mean anything from an inability to find a job because of a language barrier to dealing with social isolation, connecting with medical services, and overcoming obstacles to academic success in the public schools. Centro Hispano's overarching goal that drives all of our programming is our task to best equip individuals and families to help them to thrive and become contributing members of Frederick. Latinos today continue to advance communities, as our mayors mentioned and Mr. Griffin mentioned as well. So they're advancing communities as small business owners, veterans, teachers, and public servants, amongst many other professions. Celebrations like this one, Hispanic Heritage Month, allows us to recognize their achievement, your achievements, and the contribution to our national story. Centro Hispano began as a grassroots organization, and it was founded by several Hispanic immigrants, including Miss Maria Shook, who's not able to be here this evening, but she selflessly served as executive director for over 15 years. She had a passion in her heart to start the organization with a group of volunteers, and she did. In that time, we have grown from a small group of dedicated volunteers providing services with virtually no budget to a sustainable organization with year-round programs in-house, a STEAM academic program for students in the summer and in the schools during the school year, and an annual Hispanic Heritage Festival on Carroll Creek. So as Centro Hispano focuses more efforts on workforce this year, and next year we are also undertaking other economic development activities, including visiting local businesses to engage with them, learning what challenges that they may be experiencing, offer assistance and services, and coordinate information sessions with our community partners. I'm sorry I'm going off script, but I have to point out Christopher McDonald from the Golden Mile Alliance, who's one of our partners, and we're gonna make this happen along the Golden Mile, and we're super excited about that. Thank you. This year alone, Centro Hispano has assisted over 3,000 individuals, and we cannot do this alone. We are fortunate to have an amazing board of directors, super dedicated staff, talented volunteers, generous supporters, and an awesome community partners. So we thank you, Mr. Mayor, the Board of Aldermen, the city departments for your support. And we encourage you to join us on October 5th along beautiful Carroll Creek from noon to 5, and we get out there and dance, sample some culinary delights, and just have a good time. So that's our festival coming up. Thank you for inviting us to be here this evening as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month and really showcase our Exeter students' talent. They are our future. And I'm going to end it. Mr. Griffin, muchísimas gracias. Thank you very much, and I appreciate being here this evening.
Thank you, Suzanne. I appreciate your leadership. I want to ask our friends from Centro Hispano to please stick around after the conclusion of tonight's event for a special check presentation. I did also want to acknowledge, I saw Alderwoman Kazemchek was able to spend a little bit of time with us this evening as part of this briefing, but she could not stay. I appreciate her being a part of this evening. The Frederick Hispanic Chamber of Commerce supports the growth and economic development of Hispanic businesses in Frederick by providing business development, support with licenses and certifications, training, networking, and so much more. Here today to speak more about the great work of the Frederick Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is Lillian Castillo.
Good evening. As we gather today to celebrate Hispanic business owners and families, we present as President and CEO of Workplace Management Group Hispanos Sin Fronteras. It is such an honor to be here, representing as founder and president of the Frederick County Hispanic Chambers of Commerce, speaking on behalf of my friends, clients, partners, associates, leaders, and most important, family. The Frederick County Hispanic Chambers of Commerce is a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting the progress and economic development of Hispanic businesses and professionals in the state of Maryland, part of B2B International Foundation. Through business training programs, cultural activities, sports, social, and other special events, we seek the promotion and development of our community and relationship with other communities without losing our cultural identity and principles, values, and legacy. The Frederick County Hispanic Chambers of Commerce proactively serves in members, corporations, non-profit entities, entrepreneurs, small, medium businesses, Hispanic professionals, and other minorities with the primary objective of solidifying relationships and strengthening the numerous existing opportunities for our racial and cultural diversity. As the result of many years of hard work, commitment, and passion for our community, driven by the dream to achieve success, today we can step up and celebrate a road of starter more than 18 years ago, where we based open doors that other many thought there was impossible. We have been able to lead, providing to our communities that have taken steps that have broken paradigm. We believe that education can transform the life of individuals and give the right perspective to contribute to this country that today we call ours. From understanding the Constitution, the business structure, licensing, quality, process, finance, and economics, and simple by working together, we have been focused on understanding how to overcome. Today, we can be proud that we have been able to transform businesses into legacies for our families, understanding that when we work together toward a mission, we obtain greater results. From El Salvador, Colombia, Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, Peru, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Venezuela, Brazil, Chile, Argentina, Paraguay, Bolivia, Puerto Rico, República Dominicana, just to name few, we have been small business owners able to grow the economy, not only in Frederick County, Maryland, but impacting the entire metropolitan DC area and the nation. We, as Hispanics, have made this land a world of diversity, empowering with the beauty of our workforce and the richness of our culture and traditions. We have spent years supporting each other, our business partners, clients, community, and state by creating hundreds of businesses, getting contractor licenses along the East Coast, developing safety programs in compliance with OSHA and EPA with a zero tolerance under a loss control program. Getting into government contracting and more has not only impacted the general industry, but had a tremendous impact under the construction industry. There is also an incredible growth of Hispanic women-owned businesses. When I started in 2006, only had 10 women in the industry. The story has finally changed. We are becoming leaders in the market and successfully impacting the next generation. During conversations and speeches where I get asked about challenges that the Hispanic encounter and contributions to and what we do contribute to the nation, my response will always be the same. As a proud small business mother of two, Hispanic woman, reinforcing to my kids the love of a native nation and hometown called Barranquilla, Colombia, and this land that I promise on oath to love and respect, and my home today, Frederick, Maryland. The first challenge is not knowing where we came from. The second challenge is not understanding the law at the place where we are living. Now we are here to achieve what we were not able to do before. God placed us in the right place at the right time. When we are given the opportunity to learn from each other and find our similarities, we find just a treasure. We challenge you to grow today with us, because together we can do the impossible. Let's push ourselves to the limit. God bless all.
Thank you, Lillian. We also want to acknowledge Spanish-speaking communities of Maryland, which is housed here in Frederick. Led by Maria Herrera, this organization is dedicated to empowering low-income families and immigrants through education, community development, legal and immigration services, healthcare, and tenant-landlord interventions. Our city is also proud to stand behind organizations like the RISE Coalition of Western Maryland, whose mission is to serve, elevate, and empower the immigrant community in Western Maryland. They have done great advocacy work here in Frederick, ensuring that immigrant voices are heard. In particular, I want to acknowledge RISE for the organization's efforts in advocacy and engagement as the City of Frederick has undertaken a charter review process. The voices from RISE and our neighbors alongside them have been powerful. The discussions, forums, and feedback we received were not only insightful, but they showed a deep desire to participate and shape the future of Frederick. Many of those charter amendments are scheduled to be voted on tomorrow evening by the Board of Aldermen. To those advocates, I want to encourage all of you to remain engaged, to continue to show up for your city and to know that your voice matters. I also want to make my commitment as mayor clear that whether it is parks and recreation, housing and human services, economic development, or at the ballot box, all of our residents are owed and will receive the highest quality services we are able to provide. While we have come a long way, we wouldn't be where we are without our Hispanic-led community. Groups that date as far back as 1975 in Frederick, which paved the way for many of our wonderful Hispanic leaders today. I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to honor some of those contributions. In 1974, following a gathering of Spanish-speaking residents hosted by Hood College, and our president of Hood College is with us here this afternoon, Deb Ricker, those residents decided to create their own space to support one another through regular meetings. It was at one of those meetings that the idea of forming a Hispanic club was suggested. And as a result, the Hispanic American Club of Frederick, one of the first of its kind in Frederick County, was founded. The Hispano-American Club of Frederick provided opportunities for its members to gather on a regular basis, speak the native language, participate in events like the Ethnic Festival, and to educate our community, to share other interests of a common heritage. The Hispano-American Club of Frederick was led by its founding board of directors, Carmen Lee, Maria House, Jose Garcia, Genevieve Pazmino, Juanita Earl, Kay Thompson, and Lala Mooney. As we conclude the celebration this evening, I want to express my deepest gratitude to each of you for joining us in honoring Hispanic Heritage Month. I also want to acknowledge the staff that put in hours of time to bring this wonderful evening together. Can we give the employees of the City of Frederick who made this possible a round of applause? The stories, traditions, and accomplishments of Hispanic and Latino individuals have profoundly shaped our community, and their vibrant culture continues to inspire us all. This celebration is not just about acknowledging the past, but also about looking forward to a future, where the contributions of Hispanic Americans continue to thrive and inspire. It is a reminder of the strength that comes from diversity and the importance of inclusivity in building a stronger, more united community. Together, we can build a city that truly reflects our values of diversity, inclusion, and unity. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for your ongoing commitment to making our city a better, more inclusive place for everyone. Thank you.